Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rapping, R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Yo, 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 of course, you know I go on a rant and I don't go crazy and I just break everything. No, I blame the Apple updates. I hate them. They jack everything up. And they always seem to happen right when we're about to do something. And it bit us again. But thank you guys for lighting me up in the text and saying, hey, dude, you sound like a broken record over here. And I thought you were just messing with me about something. Then I realized you're talking about our shitty screen. So, we have wiped the shit off our screen, if that even makes any fucking sense. And we're going to fix this mess. But you can't fix the mess that is probably your pocketbook if you are gambling. But we're going to try as we get into pick'ems and fantasy moments and all this other nonsense we do here at sports. So, the odd part 2 of DSR2. I am Scrappy, and here is your host, Johnny the Moose.
Hey, we're back here for DSR2, the second half of our show. Well, a little bit more on there. We had a little glitch, so we took a break early. But so we're going to have a extra long lightning round where the questions are twice as hard and the payouts are twice as much. Okay. So in case you missed it, we talked a lot about the NFL action going on there. We'll get into that. We also still got some college football going on there as well. We got MLB season wrapping up. And, of course, we'll have Moose's Fantasy Moment. And, of course, Pick'em's on him. And, again, it's not football-related, but it's kind of football-related because there was 2 football players battling it out in front of, 60 people or so.
Oh, jeez.
What we learned? Adrian Peterson's got a glass jaw.
Yes.
Because he got popped and he went down.
It's just one of those things, man, where someone has to put a stop to this.
Yes.
Untrained fighters, it's not good. You can't keep putting these guys in these situations. One has to put a stop. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's one of those things where,
yes, enough.
It's just dangerous.
Yes,
like you can't. It's like the celebrity boxing thing and all this stuff. Like it's cute and people think it's funny and they and it gets ratings. But like, and it does wear off and people kind of stop. But that's because it's stupid. And then these guys, look. When you go in and fight somebody, you guys are both trained professionals. And so you're trained to be able to handle certain things. These cats can't, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
No.
I mean, and someone's going to get hurt real bad one time, and it's not going to be good. So,
right. I mean, you got guys out there, yeah, they're breaking tag, but they're not used to standing toe-to-toe and throwing bombs. And obviously we saw that where Le'Veon he caught him, man. It was a pop right there, right on the jaw, and down he went.
Right.
But I thought, at least I'm thinking, well, kids everywhere. At least, Adrian's kids are all happy because now he got a beating.
Jesus.
A lot better when it's a lot tougher when the person can fight back, huh?
Well, it's one of those things too with, karma has a way of balancing things.
Yes.
And so I guess there's part of that this had to happen, but I still just think it's stupid. Like, I don't get it. And you gain nothing from it. Like, what? You get a few paper about you how broke and jacked up Adrian Peterson's life is outside of.
Yes.
Like what we always do.
That he's got to do this. Him and Le'Veon Bell. Seriously,
Le'Veon Bell hasn't even been out of the league that long. Well, really, either
Adrian Peterson played last year too.
Yeah. But I mean, Le'Veon Bell. How long ago was it he was doing his little song and dance with Pittsburgh to get more money and all that shit?
About 4 or 5 years ago.
I mean, look at how the mighty have fallen.
Right.
I mean,
karma.
So I mean, I get that aspect of it all, but it's just so. It's so dangerous, and That's just not. It's not good. It's to me, it's not entertaining. Yeah, well, obviously to nobody because there was like fucking nobody there.
There was literally nobody there.
There's been bigger indie shows over this past couple of weeks. Indie wrestling shows.
We see more of a turnout at Warren Chateau for Tough Man contest.
Oh yeah.
On there. I mean, the only thing on there is more ridiculous than this. On there maybe is that the Browns are bringing back Brownie the Elf on there for.
Dude, I thought that was a fucking joke.
No, he's literally which was the little logo in the late 40s, early 50s. Brownie the Elf, because Brownie in fantasy realms is like a little elf type creature from mythology or fantasy or whatever. But yeah. Brownie the Elf.
So that's
because again.
So the logo I saw that they superimposed on the field is what they're actually going to get.
That's the actual logo. That wasn't superimposed. That's what's on the field on the 50-yard line.
That is absolutely hideous. It's the most thing I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do? Have Deshaun draped?
I mean, that is so dumb. But it's cool, whatever. At least it's not, you don't have to worry about, like, pissing off elves or anything. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like there's, like, some kind of contingent of...
Oh, they're already pissed at Cleveland anyways because, they're Cleveland.
Well, yeah, look what they've done. You think
you caught the river on fire, you mothers.
You think you bring in that dude and you think putting Elf on a shelf on your field's going to fix things? Get the fuck out of here. This ain't gonna work, man.
Well, we're gonna forget about you, and we're gonna bring back Elf on a shelf. We're gonna get Elf on a shelf.
We're gonna do Elf on a shelf. We'll make all these little toys and all these little dolls, and everybody will love it.
No, nobody loves it.
We'll have a big dumb mascot with like a giant elf head. It'll be great. Everybody will be like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen."
I still say the Lions should bring a real lion on the damn thing,
dude. I was tripping because like they have cheerleaders now, and I'm just not used to it.
Yeah. Legit cheerleaders.
Yeah, like they're good too.
Not like
they're dancers.
Kids.
Yeah, no, they're like dancers.
They're
actually
like a dance squad now.
Yeah, they're more like a dance squad. But
which is good.
Yeah, no, it's cool. They were good.
Only 40 years too fucking late.
Yeah, they were real good though. And then the chick that sang the national anthem at the Lions game was really good too. I don't even know who she was. I wish I did because I'd put her over. She was really good. I was like, wow, she had every note.
Good.
And it was good. And it was September 11th, so
yeah, it
was like a big old deal. So yeah, it was like the atmosphere was off the hook until we had our white trash on white trash downriver crime outside the door. But you're asking for it when you do that shit. I fucking hate that.
Of course, you're trying to open up all the doors and let people go out wherever is closest to them.
Yeah.
But again, we always joke about the old Silverdome. Downriver's got to be downriver.
Yeah. Well, they used to do this at Joe Louis Arena, and it's the same thing, man. Tempers would get flared up, and every once in a while, you'd have like a fucking fight break out on the stairs right there.
Yeah, and that's lucky nobody died falling down them
stairs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, jeez Louise. Although we don't care, we try to die, and we just put it on the internet. That slide on Belle Isle is messing people up.
And again, people, oh my god,
let me get back on it again. I'm so smart. Let me do it again.
And again,
let me try.
I'm going to tell you, everybody, that damn slide was been like that for 50 fucking years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My father, I was like 2 years old, and he's taking me down a slide, and all of a sudden they hit airborne. He goes, holy crap, and he wanted to protect me, and he goes, he literally has friction burns on his elbows down to the bone, and he's on there, and he's like, bloody mess, but I got protected on there. So don't tell me, that's look at it, dangerous, dude. It's always been dangerous. Yes. You need to know how to ride the damn thing. Lean forward, hold on to the damn burlap bag.
Yeah,
you lean back, you're going to be a missile.
Yeah,
and you got those hills and those bumps. What are you going to do? You're going to get airborne.
Yeah,
once you get airborne once, you're hitting airborne every time on the way down.
Oh yeah. My buddy Colin did a thing with our local Channel 4, our local affiliate, and they went down the slide. And the problem with leaning forward in a lot of cases is it's easier said than done. So, like, he's forward on the first hump. He's forward on the second, I think. And then because the way the second drops, you come down off of it. So, like, you don't, like, launch, but, like, when you come off of it, you you don't slide down with the slide. You kind of go over the edge.
Right.
And there's that split second where you hover, where you're like weightless there, and then you touch and go down. And that little bit of impact, that little bit of hover, if you don't have your knees on your forehead, it'll pull you. It pulls you back, and then you're done because you still got that big one left.
Yes,
and that bitch will turn you sideways. And so that's what happens with a lot of folks is if you don't have that inner core to hold yourself in real tight, you can't hold it.
No,
you can't hold it. So like I can do it. Athletic
I've done it.
Can do
I know
it
because I know how to do. I know how that slide.
Well, you know how it feels. Yeah,
yeah,
you've done it. You've been down it. And I think most people that have been down it know how to do it. But first time or your first time in a long time, that thing's gonna you're gonna get murked by the big slide. But that's how we are. We go back for punishment.
Yes.
And but I don't know where we got off on a tangent there, but that was fun. But the Browns, they're like a glutton for punishment right now. And that stupid little fucking elf on a shelf ain't saving them. I'm sorry.
Well, they did beat Carolina, so at least got
they beat Carolina Panthers.
So much for Baker. Baker went Baker.
Yeah, Baker went Baker, all right. But by all rights, they had no business winning that game.
Oh, God, no. They didn't have any business game. Washington didn't have any business winning that game.
There's a lot of them.
I mean, Bear had no business winning that game.
I mean, we're going to get into...
had no business winning that game.
I know. I mean, we'll get into our pick'ems here shortly, but...
So, I mean, yeah, did we do great? No, but then again, nobody did any good.
I was about
so this week's the wash.
It's so crazy. If you... And the same thing when we were talking about the Michigan game before the show, Moose.
Yeah.
The spreads in some of these games and in college are absolutely ridiculous. Mostly college spreads.
Oh, God. And 52 points was the spread on the Michigan game. And I'm going, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
I don't care who you're playing. If you're that far ahead, at some point, like, why are you even playing them guys?
The one spread the pick was the spread for the first half, which was 33.5. Yeah, I can see Michigan covering that spread. And they did. They ended up scoring 42 in that first half.
All right.
But again, you know they're going to throw second and they're going to get a garbage time touchdown.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
But it was, you had that on there.
A point spread like that, though, is just so ridiculous because not only do they got to score 50-plus points, but then they got to stop them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a ridiculous spread. Like, I don't know why.
Alabama goes into Texas as a 21-point favorite, and they win by 1. And they shouldn't have won.
No, they shouldn't have.
They should have lost.
Well, check this out, man. I'm going to tell you something. To me, it isn't a coincidence when sports books essentially go legal. And I don't know, this last year or so, how many states have gone legal with sports books? Like most of them.
Most of them, I'm going to say 40 out of 50.
Yeah, so all these states go, and then all of a sudden these games and these spreads and all this shit, everybody's got DraftKings. All the radio stations are degenerate gambling radio. Like, it's all over. So much so that they were forced to put a cane about, if you have a gambling problems. Like, they have to put all the disclaimers out there. They have to provide you with, like, outreach resources and stuff like that because of gambling. And the spreads and the matchups and all of it, like, it's like I've never before.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't stand a chance out there. I used to think, hey, you know what? I'm not a big into casino gambling and stuff like that, but I could see myself if they do sports betting, if they legalize it here, make it easy. I could see myself maybe a little bit here, a little bit there on a couple of games. Like, that wouldn't be too bad. And you wouldn't spend too much money. If you lost, I could, okay, it'd be kind of fun. It'd make the games a little spicier. Okay, I could see that, but I don't want to put nothing on nothing right now. And then some of these, same thing if you're into the fight game. Like, fight games like the original gambling, mecca, right? Besides horse racing is like fighting. And these spreads, dude, I'm not $400 or $500 down to win 100.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, look at college football on there for the upsets last week. Texas almost beating Bama, upset on there. Marshall beat Notre Dame. Marshall was almost a 20.5 point underdog. Beats them on there. Notre Dame's 0-2. They're terrible.
Oh, I know.
Basically, Appalachian State beating Texas A&M at A&M.
Nice. Another Appalachian State. Good.
Appalachian State was an 18-point dog. They beat them by 3. Okay. Wisconsin losing to Washington State at home. Washington State was a 17.5 point dog. And then you had, it was like, what the hell going on there? And then Baylor BYU. Baylor was actually, Baylor was the dog.
Oh, okay.
BYU was the favorite on that one. But that one,
yeah.
But yeah, Michigan. Georgia didn't cover against Sam. They were up 30. They won 33-0. But that was like 33-0 at halftime, and they just threw in their third string, and that was that.
Right.
But yeah, you look on there with it on where college football is. We know Georgia's probably the best out there. Probably then I would say is USC based on what I've seen so far. And then who knows? Kentucky beating Florida was upset too at the Swamp.
Yes.
But yeah, Michigan beating on Hawaii. Again, I don't know how good Michigan is. They haven't played anybody. We won't know again until they play Iowa. But then still we may not know because Iowa's only scored 14 points in 2 games. They've only scored 1 touchdown. We don't know. So, but yeah, what I see is right now right now I look as Georgia's the best team on the country right now, and I would say, yeah, and it's not even close.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel close.
Everybody's like, Spartan fan. Oh, you guys didn't cover. Like, dude, you played Akron, and again, yeah, you won 52-0, but it was only 21-0 at halftime.
What?
And then you threw your second string. They threw their second string in. Peyton Thorne has not looked all that great. He's got. He's not accurate. He's throwing some bad picks out there. So your running game's not what it was last year because you lost Kenneth Walker to third. Your defense is terrible. Now injuries are crapping up on you.
Yeah. Well, and it's so early too, and the injury bug is, it's rampant in the league. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't discriminate, and everybody has to deal with it. So, if you're already having issues, and then all of a sudden you start having injury problems.
Yeah, we got that. Iowa's lost Iowa State. Nebraska losing to Georgia Southern. And they immediately fired Scott Frost. Fired! Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah.
They could have waited 2 weeks and saved $7.5 million, and they said, no.
We don't even care.
No.
That's how much we don't want you here.
We don't want you here. We'd rather pay you $15 million until you go away.
I'd rather pay you $7.5 million than deal with you for 3 more weeks.
Yes.
Think about that.
Yes. That's how much they don't like you.
Yes. Here's $7.5 million. I will get rid of you 3 weeks early. That's insane. Imagine having a $7 million 3-week severance package. I have instead of getting like a 3 month.
Now now they're saying who's the odds-on favorite, and obviously is they got the interim coaches out there, but they got Mark Stoops, Mark Campbell from Iowa State, Stoops from Kentucky, maybe Bill O'Brien, who's offensive coordinator to Alabama, or they're talking on it. But guess whose name came up? Thought he wouldn't be getting another coaching gig right out for a while, but they're talking. Will it be a fit? Will he come back? Urban. Nebraska's not going to learn. They're going to hire him.
Oh, my God.
Again, if I'm the Big Ten, I'm like, what does Nebraska bring to the table? Why are they still in our conference? You can go back to the Big 12. Just go away.
If Pervin Liar gets a fucking job that flipping fast, I don't want to ever see him again. But I mean, if it's a turnaround I don't even know what to say.
First of all,
I don't know what to say.
Great, you got a 1 year window because in 24, guess who comes in? USC.
Well, this is what's good. 2024, they're going to change the whole playoff system, and the money's going to come in, and NCAA lose power, and there's probably going to start developing another governing power body over the playoff system, over the
They'll have to redo the Big Ten under because,
and everything's going to change, and, you better watch your ass
if
at
you
that
keep
point.
the East West and you get Nebraska in the West, oh, great. And the USC, guess what? Lincoln Riley ain't playing that. He wants to recreate the Pete Carroll Trojans. And if they pay off players, it don't matter because the NIL deal's all legal now.
Yeah, it won't matter. No, but how are you going to tell the difference? It's like those.
We don't have to vacate our titles.
Yeah. So it's like
what? Heisman? Yeah, it don't matter. We can keep that.
It's like those reels you see online where they're like, how will they know? They'll know. No, but how will they know? And then someone like cover something up and see it, and they're like, how would they know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they won't. Yeah, how would they know? Same thing.
But yeah, Scott, guess you can't go home again. Norman Mailer said it best. Maybe you should have stuck at Central Florida.
I mean, I don't know if Deshaun Watson can go through all that and come back and play and all this the way that.
Yeah, but Scott Frost just was terrible at Nebraska. He was
and they let him go, but Pervin Meyer gets a job.
Oh God, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that's so twisted about all that stuff. Like the dude can whatever. I don't even know what to say.
I didn't even want him to get a job back on Fox doing the honor.
I don't want to
know
see
he
him.
does do a pretty good, decent job there, but I don't want to.
No, I don't want to look at him.
No,
no, I don't want to see his lying, shitty douchebag.
But then, what choices do I have? I have to watch the Fox, or I got to watch that terrible ESPN crap.
I don't have to watch it. I can just put the game on. I don't have to watch all that.
I'll listen to the Michigan pregame.
Yeah, I turn all that off so they don't get any ratings and just wait for the game to come on.
And then I can watch Gus and Joe Clack call the games.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's how you make your statement. Don't
just click on there at 12 noon and watch Gus and...
But any of that stuff. Definitely don't want to... I mean, because... Whatever. I'm not... Look. There's nothing really overly insightful that I got to get from that guy. To where I'm going to look at him and not...
Want to punch him in the mouth?
Yeah, like there's too much that goes along with this guy. If he was like a hot-headed coach and just burn out his welcome at places. And,
that's one thing, but he's a scumbag of a human being.
He's such a unlikable piece of shit, man.
Yes.
He just really is. And I hate to say that about a human being, but like, not him.
No.
Not him. No. I really don't. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. It is what it is, man. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him on Fox. I don't want to see him in a box. I don't want to see him eat green eggs and ham. I don't want to see him eat Spam out of a can. I don't want to see him. I just don't want to see him. So, but you know how that goes. Like I said, when you got, it goes to the whole talent outweighing your headaches, but I don't see how this guy's got enough talent to outweigh the headaches that he brings.
Somebody will be dumb enough on there, I got a feeling. But
if
I'm Nebraska, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just sitting tight for a while.
I think if you want to be credible and have an opportunity to be a part of whatever's going to happen when all this stuff changes over, which I would imagine will be about 2024-ish, because they're going to break this TV contract, or at least attempt to. I think ESPN is going to stand aside and let them do it with some kind of backdoor wink favor for them with the new renegotiation and outcome of the new thing and the potential for money for they left like $48 billion or some shit on the table by not expanding these playoffs. And they did some independent company came in and did some math and was like, well, this is what you'd done if you did like a 12 game type playoff,
which makes sense under because if you get your conference winners get the automatic bye,
right, and then you get
everybody else has a play in. Now you could do a play in where the teams 5 through 5, 6, 7, and 8 host a playoff game at home.
Right.
So you say have it the week before Christmas.
Right.
And you have the other teams come up.
So, but it's all about like the TV deals and all the money that these cats are going to make. So ultimately in the end, we already seen the slow, neutering of the NCAA, but after this deal, or maybe even a part of this deal, will completely, castrate them. And so there'll be a whole new governing body, I believe, that'll come out of this at some point, and that'll be what I just don't think they're going to want it, because they will be a part of the media because of this TV deal and the money involved, and they're going to be thinking about that whole part of it. There will be somebody there that says you're not taking and risking anything by putting this kind of guy out there.
Right.
But so I know that whoever brings him in, though they may be able to do it for a couple of years, this guy better, he would have to like be some kind of like born again saint to be able to maintain and not get tossed probably for good. Like, I just really think that dude is just, how many people has he harpooned on the way in and out of places too? And like, I don't know, man. I just don't know how you do the kinds of things that you do over time and not just piss off a lot of people.
Right, because you look at his track record. I mean, not so much when he was at Utah or even before Bowling Green, but what his years at Florida and then Ohio State. I mean,
well, my whole thing is you didn't just wake up one day and start doing that. That was a slow burn. In those smaller schools, nobody caught it.
Nobody caught it. And there also, too, was when he was at Bowling Green. I mean, he wasn't vying for national title.
Right.
He was just building a resume. Same thing with Utah. You had Alex Smith, you had on there. But, when you left there and went to Florida, then you started seeing on there because he was bringing guys of definitely noticeable, questionable character, Hernandez and everything else there.
Sure.
And you look at that, and then we go to Ohio State. It's like, okay, then you even got coaches of questionable character with one of his assistants beating the hell out of his wife.
Yeah.
And he's still, it's no big deal.
Well, then you see how he fucking acts. And then you wonder why.
Then you look at how he reacts and there, and then goes to Jacksonville and how he treats people under. If I'm getting Fox, I'm thinking, no.
Yeah.
You know what? It's on, and obviously it's. But we got that. But we'll see what's in college football. And again, we don't know where anybody is. So in at least halfway or a quarter way through the season, when you start seeing teams playing legitimate competition.
Sure.
Because right now nobody plays nobody's.
Right.
You're not getting great non-conference matchups most of the time. Right. And again, it'll be another 20 years before you see Bama go on the road for a non-conference game.
Sure. Text lines are open to everybody. Already getting you some of the. Oh, look at this! Some local area codes too. I expect to see you all at the Foaling. Where you want to talk? Hey man, I know I was talking smack, and I'll talk smack, and you don't even know what Foaling is. Come on, man, check it out. Foaling is football bowling, and it's so effing cool. It's kind of a cornhole style setup, if you're not sure, for lack of a better way to describe it. And you got to chuck a football and knock down the pins, man. It's super cool. It's super fun. If you haven't had a chance to do it, you need to get your ass down there. I see a 734, a 313 area codes in here on our text line. So if you guys are in those areas, Ypsilanti, Foaling Warehouse, dude, just go to Facebook, like their page, check out their social media stuff there, and hang out with us. We're going to be there next show live. We'll play some games, dude. Guys, come on, like, you guys are getting pumped up, dude. It's a man, relax. I'm not going to like go off on it. I'm calling you out because I that's how I hype shit up. Come on out, hang out with us, and we'll chuck some footballs around. You can watch the show live. I'll pay for a game if you want, and we could play each other or in teams. Moose ain't scared. We'll make it part of the flipping show, man. Just come down, hang out with us, enjoy the Foaling Warehouse. If you can't make it on Wednesday, they're open other nights.
They're open Tuesday through Sunday.
So you can go down there anytime on the weekend. Go down there and catch college games. And all the sport, they got TVs and all that stuff.
Yeah, they got like 20 TVs throughout the thing down there. They've got a full bar out there. Don't have food and everything, but you can bring your own food. Numerous places in the area.
Yeah, they let you like
bring your own food in
and bring stuff.
You can bring your own food in there. Fully stocked bar. They even have cool coin operator or beer machine under, as Scott says, the mystery beers. So go in there, form under. It's a great time. Have fun out there.
Yeah.
Again, Tuesdays, believe they have leagues there. So if you want to see what bowling's all about, it's a great sport on there.
Yeah.
Come if you're out in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area, stop there. The original one is still down in Hamtramck, so feel free to stop there.
Yep.
And it's going nationwide. I think there's also out Grand Rapids, Cincinnati, and I believe they're opening up 4 or 5 in the state of Texas.
I'll see. There you go. Well, Texas, if you involve a football, they'll jump
Football
on
and beer,
board.
yeah, they're going to be
They're
all
getting
out.
on board. Yeah, because somewhere they can shoehorn a barbecue with meat on it.
Yes, and
That's like you know what? I just spent 10 minutes earlier burying Texans or whatever in Texas and the Cowboys and all that, but that is one thing I do admire about them.
They do on there.
Beer, football, and grilled meat.
And if you're having a huge gathering, whatever, on there, trust me, they've got folding lanes to rent on there. They'll come out, set it up at your activity outside, and then they'll come by, pick it up, and take it home with you. So
that's super cool for like company events,
company picnics or stuff like that. You go on there,
yeah.
so feel free on it.
Yeah.
Again, it's former host Scotty Super Genius.
Yes.
So again, it's his new business venture. We hope him all the success, and we're going to do our darndest to start doing a couple shows on there live and get you guys to come up there and show up.
Yep.
And again, we are not afraid.
Yes.
We take all challengers.
Yes.
We may get our ass kicked, but we may kick an ass.
Yes.
So
we will certainly talk a ton of trash. It'll be fun. Understand that, guys, okay. Now, we've got some new listeners or people that catch us on the fly because we hit an algorithm or some dumb stuff. And that's cool. But if you don't know, all the hype, all the craziness, it's all fun, man. So come down. I'm going to talk some trash. It'll all be fun. You can talk trash to me. We'll chuck the football around, win, lose, or draw. We'll have a handshake and a good time. And you could be, like I said, part of the flipping show. I don't care. I will, we'll do whatever we got to do. Like we can make it happen. So, and like I said, any other time, go down and check out the Folding Warehouse. Get on their social media, check them out. Folding Warehouse Ypsilanti. We've shared the stuff on Studio 57 Radio's page, so you can check that out there that way, and we'll get some links up there for you on the website. But and we'll be live there next week. We assume it'll just be like our normal time. Everything will go off as normally planned. Should look the same, other than it'll sound different, and I will probably only have like a couple of camera angles, and it'll be like us and then out, and so you can see what Folding looks like and what the place looks like. And then if you decide to have the balls to come down here, then we'll put a camera on us as we go to it. So like I said, we'll make you part of the show. Have fun. You'll have fun even if we weren't there. So go check it out, the Folding Warehouse Ypsilanti. I'm super pumped. I like doing fun stuff like that for the show. It does become kind of a long night in the middle of the week, but I'm all right with it. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to have a good time, and I think that going down there really adds a lot to just the show from just doing something different, something fun that people can get on board with. So I look forward to it. We're going to do some more remotes when we can. It's hard, man. Like Moose, we talked about it before. Just this summer was so crazy. We didn't even have a midsummer spectacular like we usually do.
Oh yeah,
it was the time off. So this is kind of how we're going to repay you there. We're going to have some watch it with us draft nights, and we're going to have some remotes, and I'm working. I got some giveaway stuff coming. I had some Tigers tickets opportunities, but some of my analytics says you guys aren't probably caring too much about that. So we're going to move on and try to get some other things together for you, and get some some swag or whatever we can do to kind of pass down to the listeners. So make sure you like and share all the social media, all the videos, see what's going on. Studio 57 Radio across the board. Studio 57 is another option. You can check out the studio. You can see pictures. Of course, studio57radio.com is where it's all at. And, and Twitter and, all the places, Facebook, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So you can find us, check us out, and be a part of the chaos that is DSR2 and all the cool shows that we got coming down the pipe. We call them like, put them in the can, and we're going to produce them and get them one at a time. But we've got some cool podcasts and shows that are coming here soon. So, you want to make sure you stay on it, and it's all there for you. So, Moose, now that I've paid the bill and gotten all that shit out of the way, where you want to start, but I think we got to get in on your fantasy.
Yep, we get our fantasy picks on there right now. We can.
It's like now we can.
Now we can on there. We'll get into that, and then we'll probably wrap it up with a little baseball action because, again, baseball season winding down as we're getting on there with on it. But yeah, we got the baseball season winding down with everything. So yeah, but looks like
you can hit that baseball.
We'll hit that real quick here. So we got basically Yankees look like they're going to hold on, take the American League East. It actually looks like they're ready to ship. So we look at there. Looks like right now Blue Jays will probably be a wild card. The other wild card will be the Mariners. Then we got Cleveland taking the Central. And Houston is Verlander, I think, is coming back off the IL this weekend. I know a couple of these people are mouthing off about who's going to win the MVP. Ohtani should win the MVP. Dude, your Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are literally 21 games below 500, 2 games out of first place in the West.
Yeah.
And they're out of getting 21 games out of the wild card.
Yeah, you want to at least be in the hunt.
No.
At very least,
Aaron
you have to be
Judge
in the
is your MVP. Yeah. He's going to hit over 60 home runs. He's going to lead baseball in probably RBIs, and he does have an outside shot at the Triple Crown. Yankees are in first. They're 30 games above 500. He's having an outstanding year. Without Judge, are they good? No, I think Toronto might beat them on there. So
sure.
Stop it. Just stop it with Ohtani and your love with the Angels. They're hot garbage other than 2 players.
Yeah.
That's it.
I get why you like Ohtani.
I like Ohtani too, but he's not MVP.
Yeah, he's not.
Could he be player of the year? Yes. Should he be? On there. But he's not the most valuable player. He may be very valuable to the Angels, but again, they're second to last in their division, and they're not making the playoffs.
I think making an argument for MVP is just really hard when if you're so valuable to the team right now in the moment, then how it's all about it's how they have stats like wins above replacement and all that kind of stuff. So it's that kind of thing. How many wins are you adding to this team? If you're adding 10 wins to a 40-win team,
big deal. Yeah, they've won 66 or 61 games.
Right. So if
it probably counts to 10 wins.
Right. So that I don't see where that gets you in the MVP top.
Right.
So that's kind of how I look at it.
I look at it. Who's the most valuable?
Sure.
Will you be in first place? Will you be in the playoff run without this player?
See, I don't limit it to that. Because I think their team that can maybe make the playoffs.
But he's going to run for it. He'd be in the run for a playoff spot.
Well, if you do the things that I'm looking at, they're kind of going to happen, right? So maybe we're splitting hairs here. But when I look at a guy and I go, you win, 60 game, you're a 60-win team, and this guy comes in and now you're an 85-win team. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're in the conversation here. But if you're a 50-win team and this guy comes in and gives you 10 and now you're 60, so?
Yeah. Whereas
that's kind of how I look at it. And now, however the team plays and if they're worthy of a run or if they even actually made a run, they could be tapering off and he could still be responsible for these wins. And maybe there's a conversation there, but you're not hitting that minimum bar.
You got to look at it right. Could a guy from the Dodgers win it? Yeah, but again, there's so many good players on that team. They're so dominant. They are literally 53 games above 500.
Sure,
that's insane.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Freddie Freeman is going to have a great year.
Yeah.
Any other year, he probably wins the MVP. put that on this team.
All right.
I think it's Paul Goldschmidt in National League that wins it because he was more vital to the Cardinals, at least winning the Central, than at least getting the playoffs, winning the division, than the other cats out there.
Especially if you kind of take it from the opposite way that I do and say, well, if I pull him off this team, what are they? And if you look at it from like a pessimistic
Does Freddie
side,
Freeman off this team make the Dodgers? No, they're winning.
They're still up by 40 fucking games.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter.
The Dodgers are up 21 games over the second place, the Padres. Now, the Padres are 13 games above 500, and they're 21 games behind the Dodgers. That's insane.
That's so crazy.
The Dodgers are plus 320 in run differential. That's ungodly. I've never seen somebody that high.
Who wants to see them in the playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, there's other plays on it. But again, you can make. Does Ohtani? No, sorry, Ohtani's not going to get your. He's not going to win the Cy Young. No. He's 10-5, and he's got a great ERA at 2.2. But hate to break it to you, Verlander got 16 wins, and his ERA is 1.84.
Yeah, well, that's ultimately if you got the that amount of wins with that ERA, that usually is going to put you in that situation. And that's the thing too, is like. You got to think about like the play of everybody within that division or whatever, or so it doesn't.
I mean, Aaron Judge could set the American League record for most home runs in a single season. Right. Let's say 61 by Roger Maris.
Right.
I mean, yes, McGuire, Sosa, Bonds are all in the National League.
Right.
When they broke it, he's the under. So, yeah, I think it's under. But, yeah, we'll look on that. And, again, unfortunately, our Tigers are hot garbage. So.
Yeah.
On that. So, there we go. We'll get into more baseball as we get as the season winds down.
Yeah, when we start getting in, when the playoff thing and we start doing that, then, it'll be a little bit more baseball heavy because it should be interesting, to say the least.
So,
when we get to that point. So, all right. Get your
my fantasy moment. There we go. So week 1 of your fantasy playoffs and your fantasy season under probably didn't go as well as I expected, but that's all right. Don't worry about it. We still got lots here on there. So again, if you took Dak Prescott, hopefully you got a good backup. If not, we can get you somebody out there. So don't worry about that. We'll get into that as well. Where did I have? There we go. Okay. Thank God I went to the iPad, and it works much better than the damn laptop. So, if you're looking at it, you need a pickup now because Prescott's out probably for half the season. Then you're probably looking at is picking up Carson Wentz or Jacoby Brissett.
Kobe Brisket?
Well, because they are, for at least this week, because they're facing the Jets.
It's just, that's a sad state of affairs. Why does Colin Kaepernick not have a job?
Isn't he back up with Cleveland? Did he sign up 1 year? I thought he signed with Cleveland.
Did he? I didn't think he signed.
Maybe. On there. So you on there running back wise. If you had Elvis Mitchell, he's out for an MCL strain under there. You're gonna have to pick up Jeff Wilson from Frisco. I definitely would pick up him. Also, you're looking at is Hillard from Tennessee. On there, we got Drake from Baltimore. Dobbins is still tweaking on it, so definitely pick up those. If you're looking at receiver wise, you got a little bit more option wise. You've got Dotson from Washington. Jarvis Landry with the Saints, and because Keenan Allen's out this week, I would pick up this kid out of for the Chargers, DeAndre Carter, this week on there. This will be a great game to watch. It's gonna be a shootout. Chargers versus the Chiefs on Thursday night, so definitely look at that. And then obviously Robbie Anderson with Carolina, tight end wise out there. I like O.J. Howard on there. Looks like he's going to be their go-to tight end there in Houston. And then probably Robert Tonyan, because somebody's got to catch the damn ball in Green Bay, and nobody else seems to out there. So we look at that. And I'm not even going to talk about kickers because if I do, I probably got cut yesterday because everybody seemed to have gotten cut as a kicker on it. Defense-wise, I like the matchups this week on there. You look at it, believe it or not, I think it's going to be setting the NFL back 50 years. Panthers versus the Giants this week. Both defenses are probably good options to pick up. So, and the Steelers definitely against New England because New England can't score in a whorehouse. They can't. They can't do it.
No, they're terrible.
They're terrible. And we saw that coming. And we told you that was coming. All right. So here we go. We got 2 Monday night games this week.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, we have a 7:30 start and a 9:15 start.
Oh, wow.
So who wins? We win. Hopefully.
That's a lot
Actually,
of flipping
there's
football.
actually
Oops,
a little
I
better
don't know.
game, so it's better than that shit show. All right, starting tomorrow night on Amazon Prime, not on NBC, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So if you don't have Prime, well, I guess you're fucked.
Yeah, stop being a cheap ass and go get some Amazon Prime.
How much do you order from Amazon anyways? You pay for shipping? Guess what? Get Prime,
Yeah.
get free shipping, and you get to watch football on Thursday nights. So we got Thursday night on there. We've got the Chiefs versus the Chargers. Chiefs are at home, and they're a 3.5-point favorite against the Chargers.
Dude, I would rather pick my nose than this game for any money that I'm mad at.
Oh, I'm not touching this
But
game.
I'm going to take KC. I think that spread is the most accurate one I've heard in since football started,
yes.
college included. So I'm with you. I'm going to take KC.
Especially you got no Keenan Allen for the Chargers, so I like
Right.
that.
Yep. I was about to say no Keenan Allen, so I'm taking the Chiefs, but watch the Chargers this year, baby boy. Watch them. Herbert is crazy with that offense. Like the control he's got over that offense, man. So he's gonna be something to watch this year. I know everybody's kind of already called their shot with him, but I'm telling you, just his command over that offense is insane, considering he hasn't been there that long. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So we got we're both in agreement on that. KC at home against the Chargers on that. All right. We got the first of the Sunday afternoon games at 1:00. We've got the New York Jets facing Cleveland. Cleveland, believe it or not, is 6.5-point favorite. At home with their stupid Brownie the Elf on the center on the 50-yard line.
Gosh, they should lose. They should lose 3 points just for having that.
Well, then they still win by 3.5.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I got Cleveland. The only reason why, because it's the Jets.
It's the Jets, exactly.
And again, it's not even with Zach Wilson. It's with the corpse of Joe Flacco.
I know, but Joe Flacco will find a way to even get a little chunk yardage out of them.
Yeah. But
it's not going to be enough.
No. All right, so we got another 1:00 game at home. Detroit's at home against the Washington Commanders. The Lions, believe it or not, are 1.5-point favorite.
It sounds about right. It's one of those things where they could lose one play, could win or lose that game.
I think Detroit wins this one because I still don't think much of Washington's offense. I think the defense is pretty good, but Carson, I mean, who's their running back? I mean,
I'm with you, and I'm gonna pick Detroit for one reason and one reason only: Swift.
yes.
Swift is good enough. If he doesn't get hurt in this fucking game, he could just pick up the whole team and carry him against the Washington squad.
Yes.
So I am in no way endorsing the Lions. I don't like to pick for or against the Lions because it doesn't matter what I do, I lose. But yeah, I just really think Swift can carry that team. Against the inferior Washington squad. So, despite all the shortcomings at coach, quarterback, and the drops at receiver, and all the little this, that, and the thirds,
Much switch about him.
I
At least
think-
at least Sheila's scumbag owner like Dan Snyder.
well, I don't know what kind of human she is, but she's not that kind of scumbag, that's for sure. But
She's got to be better than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She could be a total fuckwad. I'm not saying I know or don't. I can't confirm or deny.
But we know Dan Snyder is.
But I know what Dan Snyder is, and I can't imagine she's that bad. So we'll take a safe bet and say she isn't. But that's not saying a whole lot, because he's a fucking whatever. Oops. Back to what we're doing here.
All right,
Back to
so we
picks.
got that there, and then we've got let's see, another 1 o'clock game. Tampa Bay is on the road against New Orleans. They're a 3.5 point favorite against the Saints on there. I can't believe this is only 3.5 points on there because the Saints did not look good at all.
No.
Brady didn't look great, but the defense for Tampa did look pretty damn good. So I got Tampa winning this one.
Yeah.
I think Fournette's going to have a field day against the Saints.
Well, come on. Tom Brady, he's okay. Now, when we start getting later in the year, it's going to be different because if he keeps getting hit at this rate, at his age, it's going to catch up with him real quick this year. And I don't see that happening. I see him making adjustments and what he does, what they do, just little subtle things so that he's not getting bumped around so much. And yeah, I would fully expect him to be able to handle, like, they put up enough to win. That's all he does. He's not worried about putting up a 50 burger or covering the spread or any of that shit. He's not with your fantasy football team. Brady just wins however he needs to win. And so I think that's how it'll happen again. And I got the Bucks, but that's going to be how they do stuff. But if he starts getting bumped around, it's going to be harder and harder to get by that way.
And again, I don't think Tampa. We'll see on there. But
we'll as we go on,
we'll go into that. All right, another 1 o'clock game. We got Carolina on the road against the New York Football Giants, the G-Men. Carolina's a 2.5 point dog on the road.
Well, after the G-Men's big win, it's hard to pick against them, right?
No, it's still Danny Dimes' quarterback. I got Carolina winning this one.
I'm with you.
Again,
damn it.
They won because, again, they got a 2-pointer on there. So all right, so we got another 1 o'clock game. We got New England on the road against Pittsburgh. New England, believe it or not, is a 1.5 point favorite.
Really?
How the fuck did that
Tomlin
happen?
is such a better coach in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I think Belichick's a better, I don't know, like, game planners at some point, but, like, in the moment, like, it feels like Tomlin just right now, he's got, like, his team playing and doing, and he always seems, that's why he's never had a losing record. And even when he hasn't had the weapons at his disposal, he's lost his quarterback before, right, and he's been able to move.
They're out without TJ Watt for a couple weeks, but it's not as bad as they thought. But yeah, I mean, New England's offense is terrible.
I was just saying, New England's so bad. I just feel like that they could game plan for that.
Okay, yes.
I just feel like that.
Yeah, you're gonna basically we're gonna stop the run and we're gonna dare you to beat us with the throw.
Right. So I don't,
because we've seen your receivers and they're garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a talent outweighs talent type situation in this game. I just feel like that Pittsburgh can just come in here and they've got enough talent that as long as they can game plan, they'll execute well. I mean, very rarely does Tomlin bring in a team that's not ready.
Right.
So, yeah.
So we got that there. All right, we got Indianapolis is on the road. They're a 4.5 point favorite against Jacksonville. Indy coming off that bad tie. It wasn't even a loss, but Jacksonville. I think Indy's going to win on there. I don't see Jacksonville having much, especially on defense, to slow down Indy.
Yeah, I would say, have they showed me anything?
No.
To think that, that's...
Yeah, you almost beat Washington, but that's Washington.
Right. And almost, this is not horseshoes.
I think Jacksonville's defense is terrible. They're not good. So give me Matty Ice, give me Jonathan Taylor, give me Michael Pittman on that one. We got that there. Here's probably might be one of the more interesting games of the week on there. We got the last of the 1 o'clock game. Miami goes up the road there, up I-95 to Baltimore. They're a 3.5 point dog at Baltimore.
I mean, that sounds like a all right spread, but like I'm not sure about Miami, man. I don't know.
I'm not sure about Miami, and I'm not sure about Baltimore either.
I know.
On this one.
So this is one of the ones where it's got the potential to go one way or the other, or either way. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I want to say you're at home. You can run the ball and play defense at home. You can grind out. You have a superior. I really like Harbaugh. He's a great coach. So I think that gets you that 3 points when you think about all that. But I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. And so I'm reluctantly taking Baltimore. But that's only because Miami has yet to prove they could do shit for me.
I got Miami win this one because I'm not sold on Baltimore, especially.
I don't blame you.
No,
and I'm not sold on Miami either. But,
no.
So
I'm not sold on either, but I think I'm with it. So yeah. All right, we got first of the 4 o'clock games. Atlanta goes all the way out west on there to play the Rams at SoFi. Rams are 11.5-point favorite. Yeah, I think them coming off that terrible loss on there.
Yeah,
and
this
you
is
got
a get right week.
Yeah, Mariota's got to get killed.
Yeah, this is a get right week.
Who to start for the Rams? Everybody.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, we got another one there. Seattle is on the road against Frisco. They're an 8.5-point dog against Frisco. Yeah. Frisco cannot be this terrible on it. No. I think the weather would play a big factor in it because it was absolutely a monsoon there in Chicago.
Sure.
And the field at Soldier Field was
it's shit. It's garbage.
It was shit.
Yeah, it's a mucky,
so I got Frisco one on there. I'm not sold on Frisco one, but again, I definitely know what
I don't like the
Seattle.
Yeah, I don't like their situation there at quarterback.
Geno Smith is not going to go 17 for 18 in the first half ever again.
No. Seattle's going to be bad. Like they're not going to be good throughout this year. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to. Shanahan can game plan and make people, he can get stuff out of these cats. So I'm not worried about that.
And
as
Seattle
much.
seems to be his personal bitch.
Yeah, so
we got that.
Like I said, this is a get right game.
All right, another get right game. Cincinnati. This is a 4:25 game. Cincinnati goes to Dallas. They're a 2.5-point dog.
Oh, I'm taking
on the
dog
road
in this baby. Taking the
give me JoJo, baby.
What did those odds put out before the Dak injury got reported? I mean, how old are those fucking odds?
These odds were official from last night.
Wow.
Give me JoJo, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's your dog.
Yeah,
give me that.
Yeah, that's your underdog of the week. That's an easy one.
I got two dogs on there that I say are no-brainers on there. This, that, and this is one. The other one was Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I think Cincinnati's going to light up on that. Dallas is terrible. Yeah. You got Cooper Rush.
Yeah, that's going to be. You know what? You could with the regression of the team because of the coach like that. To me, that just the fact you're never overcoming that. This has the potential to be a complete and utter clown show for the Cowboys this week on the field.
Who's going to cover Jamar Chase?
Dude, I think they're going to be making mistakes left and right. I think there's going to be pressure on these. I just think it's going to be an embarrassment for them.
Yes,
and the way they perform.
Absolutely. So, all right, we got another 4:25 game. Houston goes on the road to go to Mile High. They're facing the Denver Broncos. I don't think Denver has to worry about having to kick a 64-yarder to win it.
They better not.
They're a 10.5-point favorite at home against Houston.
Yeah, they better not have to kick a record-long field goal or some nonsense to win that game. I would like to think what's the favorite? What are they favored by?
10.5.
10.5. Yeah, I was gonna say a touchdown, but
Houston's. I mean, they tied last week, but they're not good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the last of the 4:25 games on there. We got Arizona on the road at Vegas. The Cardinals are a 3.5-point dog at Vegas. Yeah. I mean, until they prove to me otherwise, yeah. I say Cliff Kingsbury gets fired, and I don't think they're going to re-sign Kyler Murray.
I'm not impressed with what they're doing over there. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that either.
All right, so we got we got Vegas on that one. So we got Green Bay Sunday night at home against the Bears.
Oh yeah,
9.5-point favorite. Green Bay is over the Bears.
They own the Bears.
There is a game to get right game on there on this because again, the Bears won last week. But they're terrible.
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. Just ask him.
He
will tell you all about it. He will do ayahuasca. He'll put ayahuasca in his Gatorade. Okay, and he will still put a whooping on you guys.
Yes,
and he'll be all chill, sitting back, talking about
how was team a bunch of children, and you'll go all CM Punk.
No.
Oh, come on. We want him to go all CM Punk on it.
I would love to see that, but that ain't going to happen.
All right, so we got the first of the Monday night games. This is a 7:15 start. Tennessee is on the road to Buffalo. They're a 9.5-point dog against Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Buffalo's a team to beat. I think
Tennessee's window closed.
Yeah. How can you run and their window is only so big. Like, how can you run the ball and kind of run the way that team is and do all that? How long was that going to last?
Right.
They didn't try to modify or add players or do anything to like span the offense.
Well, they did last year. They tried to add the corpse of Julio Jones. That didn't work. Then you trade A.J. Brown to Philly for a first rounder. You get essentially A.J. Brown, but he's cheaper with Tavion Burke. But you still got Tannehill as your quarterback. I don't know what Malik Willis does at Liberty. I mean, the kid, the rookie, but we'll I know. But yeah, Buffalo. This is gonna be an ass whooping.
Yep.
Give the 9.5. Take Buffalo.
Yep.
Tannehill's probably going to get sacked like 9 times. All right, so the late game on there.
A double header on Monday night.
Yes.
They expect you to stay up till like 1 in the morning watching football?
Yes.
Yeah, this dude will be sleeping.
Second game. Yeah, I'm not staying up there. The second game actually looks like it'll be a pretty good. Minnesota on the road at Philly. Philly's a 2.5-point favorite at home. And again, I see it being at home. Minnesota looked good last week, both offense and defense.
So Philly is going to live and die by Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you force him in the pocket and make him throw over the middle,
you can beat him.
You can neuter him. Like, he can't make that pass. He can't do it. It'll either be incomplete or picked off. He cannot throw any cross pattern, anything over the middle. If it has to be outside the hash marks, if it's over 5 yards. And even then, a lot of that shit screen passes. So if he's mobile and moving, he's able to throw on the run. He's able to do RPOs. You know, he's dangerous.
Right. The one thing is Philly does have a really good offensive line.
They do,
and they have
the key.
They
can give him time
and a great pass rush and a good secondary. That's why I think Kurt is going to show that he's Kurt.
Yeah,
he's going to go all Kirk Cousins. He's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So I got Philly winning this one. I think it could be a pretty good game. If Cousin has time and they allow him to, and he has time to throw, Justin Jefferson is just a machine.
Yeah, I don't expect. I'm going to take Philly in this game too, but I don't expect them to do what they did with Detroit and put that kind of points.
No, they're not going to be able to put that on there. But I think again they got enough with that because I think Kirk Cousins can go all Kirk Cousins.
Sure, yeah, if he just shits the bed, sure. The idea, though, is that we should actually see a better Kirk Cousins because, you know, all the talk is that, you know, there was a limited restriction under Zimmerman.
Yes. Now you got an offensive guy calling the plays.
Yeah, so that might but I think that it's too early in the season for that to really pay big dividends, I think, and we'll see. I mean, if it does early, then okay. Then we were all wrong. But I think that's something that more shows. Yeah,
Jefferson can go off. Dalvin Cook can go off. I mean, this could be. I don't know. We could be wrong.
Right.
I think Philly's going to win on this one, but this is one I don't want. I would not feel comfortable. I have to bet on this one. I think Philly's going to win. But
there's so many that are just horrible bets. Like I couldn't touch them. Like
there's a couple we say bet the farm.
Yeah.
I mean Buffalo over Tennessee.
Yeah. Tennessee.
Cincinnati over Dallas.
Dallas fans, I so don't feel sorry for you at all. I'm so glad.
Fuck them.
I'm so glad that you're tortured souls. I hope that you suffer all season long, and I don't care.
Just remember, they've won just as many Super Bowls since 2000 as we have.
I am a Detroit Lions. You know, well, I'm not really a fan, but that's home team here, and I was a fan when I was a kid, and so I am grizzled and hardened and don't fucking care. I don't care what happens to you guys. You guys benefited from like our bad luck. And stuff like that in the past as well, when it comes to shitty calls and all kinds of stuff. You had an all-pro team and a Hall of Fame coach with a bunch of Hall of Fame, and you shit the bed and crapped it all away. And when you could have kept it around and kept it going longer, and you shit the bed on your dynasty, and we've never even been there.
Yeah.
So we are not the same. We don't like you.
No, we're not. But just I want to rip on Dallas.
That's what I'm
Cowboys
saying.
fan.
That's why I am. That's what I'm doing right now. I will annihilate them boys. Verbally every chance I get. No, it's funny. I do kind of. Cowboys fans are now the butt of all jokes that are NFL at this point. It feels
Yes.
like anytime I see someone post a meme goofing on NFL teams or whatever, it's almost always shots are fired at the Cowboys. So you're kind of a goof. The kind of like the Cowboys are a joke in a different way. They're not a joke like quite frankly the Lions are, in that they've won one playoff game since
In the last 65 years.
Yeah, since Moses parted the sea. So, but I mean, I don't know. I revel in your anguish, Cowboy fans. I revel in it.
Yeah, go enjoy your Jerry World and your huge stadium and your
all that nonsense.
whatever nonsense out there. But your coach will be fired by the end of the season.
Yeah, he should be gone. He should have never been brought back. It's just
I didn't understand.
I don't know why they hired him to begin with, but they definitely shouldn't.
That was Jerry Hire.
But everything that happens is a Jerry thing ultimately. But I think, and that one was obviously a little bit more of a direct Jerry hire. I think if he's enamored with Sean Payton, it makes sense to bring in this goof for 2 years. But the problem is who in the hell's making your draft picks? Like, who's making your decisions? Because Jerry shouldn't be, and your head coach shouldn't be. So now your GM is got to do it all by himself with what, like his buddy from the bar? They got to sit around and figure out who they're going to draft. I mean, like I don't know what level of competence we have within that organization. It's the same thing here. Like, we hire a coach and a GM, but they're hot garbage. What's her name going to do?
Right.
Go in there and start, let's talk about the draft. You don't know. So, like, I don't know. Recipe for disaster? Whatever. I don't know.
We'll see on it. But at least like the lines on there, we finally got to see what Logan Stenberg. And he did a pretty decent job at the right guard there, especially on the run blocking.
Yeah. Well, I want to see if I see. Okay, so check it. So everybody's all whoop-de-whoop, high on the Lions because of the hard knocks, and then and whatever, and everybody likes Campbell and all that, blah blah blah. I'm all fine with all this stuff as long as it translates into victories.
Right.
The problem is like, I don't know how tangible that is for a lot of this stuff, but if he turns it around and he gets the results, I'm not going to worry about what's tangible, right? We'll see. If he doesn't get the results, though, it's going to go downhill quick because of the way his style and what's going on. So I get why people are optimistic with him, seeing that stuff, but sometimes you're a victim of what you catch on TV and what you see. Like, that's isolated. It's not a full picture. It's not a true full picture. So, the Folding Warehouse next week, guys. We'll be on same bat time, same bat channel. It's going to look a little bit different. We might even sound a little bit different because we're going to be in the effing Folding Warehouse. You need to come to the Folding Warehouse there in Ypsilanti. If you're from the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area, if you're anywhere down in that area, come hang out with us, man. It is so fun. I will so pay for a game so I can whoop your ass. We'll team up. Whatever we gotta do, we'll put you on the air. We'll put the camera on. I'll embarrass you. It'll be cool. Or maybe you're really, really good, and you're gonna come out and you're gonna embarrass me with the one magical throw. I don't know. You don't even know the magic throw. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Come down to the Foaling Warehouse and find out. Ypsilanti next week. We'll be doing a show. Moose, keep your wallet in your pocket. I don't care how good these picks feel. We got burned last week, and I'm afraid it's going to happen again. I just don't know where. We were confident. Like, these are pretty decent picks. It shouldn't be that hard. I don't know how many chances we're going to get burned, but we get burned all the time. And sure as shit, we got burned like crazy.
Yes, we did.
No playing with fire.
But then again, everybody got burnt last week, so.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
You can't blame us on that when everybody got burnt on that, so.
Well, be safe, guys. Be good to each other. Don't be mad about mermaids. It's stupid. Don't show your ignorance on the internet either, please. Keep shit to yourself. Be good to each other. We love you guys. We'll see you at the Foaling Warehouse next week.
Peace out, brothers.
Peace.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.